Hello everybody and welcome to another Gareth guitar tutorial. This is the fingerstyle version of Say You Won't Let Go by James Arthur. A capo on the 3rd fret you are going to need. The guitar is in standard tuning, which a lot of you will be happy to hear. And let's get into the intro. Okay, so that's what we're learning to begin with. This is a technique called a fingerstyle, an artificial harmonic. Of course it's fingerstyle, guys. Artificial harmonics is what these are. So, what we do, bring the left hand to the 3rd string, 3rd fret on the 6th string, and you put the 3rd fret on the 2nd string, 2. So use your 2 middle fingers for them, because you're going to be hovering around with the other 2 fingers in the meantime. Okay, so what we're doing here, you start off here, which is, if you're fretting the 3rd, then you are plucking the fingerstyle, the artificial harmonic, guys, get it right. The artificial harmonic, 12 frets above that. So we're on the 15th, so 12 plus 3 is 15. So that's above the 15th fret, which is here. Okay, and what we're doing with the index fingers, we're touching that string just directly above the fret, which is the metal part, directly above it, just touching it lightly. Okay, and then with another finger beneath it, you pluck it. Okay, and just as you pluck it, you pull your finger away and let it chime, let it ring out. And that's how you do the artificial harmonic. Now, if you're having trouble with this, I've got a series, I think I've got a video on how to do artificial harmonics, like How to Choose, I think it was, which is like a really short lesson to teach you how to do these things more precisely. I will go on YouTube, search it for how to do artificial harmonics. A couple of things to note: if you are not getting the right sound, maybe your strings are old. I'm using Elixir strings, obviously, so they last longer, so maybe you should try Elixir strings, but that is one reason why it might not chime out, is the strings might be old. Another thing is you might not be directly above the fret, you might be just off, you might be at the wrong place, so that might be it. And also, you might be pushing down too hard with the index finger. You won't get the sound. You just need to lightly touch it. You don't need to fret it, you just need to touch it, and then pull your finger away quickly. So those are my quick tips on how to do artificial harmonics. So let's move on. After playing that single one, you come to the 2nd fret on your 1st string, and then on the above the 14th fret here, on the 1st string, you touch and then pluck behind it, and then pluck the 6th string just regularly at the same time. Okay. Next, move up 1 fret. Add your little finger in here to the 3rd fret of the 1st string, and move up 1 fret with where you're doing a harmonic. Just play that single note on its own. A little note: if you completely fail with these artificial harmonics, just play it normal. Just as good. So figure out how to play it and then figure out the tricky technique after that. You can always just come back to the artificial harmonics if that's what you need to do. Okay? After that 1st string on the 3rd fret and 15th for the harmonic, you come back to the 2nd string. Back where it was, above the 15th fret for the harmonic, and the 3rd fret fretted with your finger. Next, you come to the 4th fret here on the 3rd string with the little finger, so you lift off the 1st, stick it on there, play the artificial harmonic here, which is above the 16th fret. Now, the way that it gets really confusing when you're all up here. What you do is you look at the dots, right? So I've got, it is a double dotted here, but normally you've got a single dot here on the 5th. It might be double dotted on your guitar, I don't know. So if I'm fretting 1 above the dot here, then it's going to be 1 above the dot here, okay? And if I'm fretting on the dot there, it's going to be on the dot there. And then so if I'm 2 above the dot here, which is the next dot, I don't actually have a dot here for the 16th, but there should be. But if there was one there, no. That's how I relate to it anyway. That's how I figure out. That's how I look for reference. So we've got this. That was the last note I taught you, and then back to the 2nd fret again. Sorry, 2nd string again on the 15th fret harmonic, 3rd fret fretted. If you're reading the tabs, then the regular number with the left hand is where you put your finger fretting, and the kind of angled bracket thing is where you're doing the pinch harmonic. You probably figured that already. I just thought I'd say that, just in case you were wondering. So after you've got that, you come down to the second fret on the 6th string and just play that on its own. That's literally it. And then start again, but using the 6th string open for the pinch. This is beginning of bar 4 now. You do the whole sequence again, but you start off with that pinch on the open 6th string this time, the second time too. Continue the whole cycle through, and then finish off on the 3rd fret of the 5th string, and that is the end of the intro. Okay, 3rd fret of the 5th string, just pluck it regularly on its own. That's the bass note. So that's the first 5 bars, which is the whole of the intro. I'll recap and do it quite slowly. Hopefully you'll pick it up if you haven't already. Okay, so that's the hard version. The easy version was... without all the fancy artificial harmonics, if you like. So next we're going to move on to the verse, bar 6 through 13. Okay, so that's the next 4 bars, 6 through 9. 3rd fret on the 6th string. Third fret on the 6th string with this finger here, which is the middle finger. It is the middle finger, guys. Well done. Middle finger. Slide from. I use my ring finger, little finger for this. Slide from 3 to 5 on the 5th string, and then play the open 4th string. If that slide is difficult, you're sliding into. Remember, you're not sliding from anything. So it's like you slide just as you get in there. It's weird. Okay, if you're not managing that, just play it single note, just straight like that. And then 2nd fret of the 5th string twice. After the second one, you pull it off to open, so you don't pluck it. You just pull your left finger off, and you'll get that second note, which is the open string. And then finish off on the 3rd fret of the 6th again. Okay. So that's bar 6. Next, 2nd fret on the 6th string. Same thing again, slide up to 5 on the 5th. Open 4. And just play 2 single notes on that 2nd fret of the 5th string. To have a little vibrato in there, which is what that, just wobble the string a little bit, give it a bit of texture. Okay, so that's bar number 7. Bar number, so that's 6 and 7. Bar 8 now. That is a repeat of bar 6, but this time the open 6th string is your root note. So instead of fretting here like you did in 6, you now play that open, everything else is the same. Okay, slide up, slide up, open 4, 2 plucks on the 2nd fret, pull off, and then 6 again. So that is bar number 8, bar number 9. 3rd fret on both the 5th and 6th string, you play 6, 5, and then play 5 again, and pull it off to the 2nd fret. And to finish off, another back up to the 3rd fret on the 5th and play that on its own. Okay, so that is bar 6 through 9 done. And that's it. Bar 10 through 13 then, same again. Bar 10's the same. This time bar 11 plays a little bit differently. So what we're doing here, you play the 6th string again on the 2nd fret to begin, and then you slide that up, but now you bar across with your index finger the 2nd fret of the 4th string. Okay? And then you lift off with the little finger, you play the 2nd fret of the 5th string. And then you lift off the bar now, fret it with the middle finger, the 5th string on the 2nd fret that is, play it and pull off. Okay? So that is bar number 11. Moving on, bar 12, which is a repeat of bar number 8, and then bar 13, again repeat of 9. So the only difference in that 4 bars was bar 11, where you did that kind of slide and bar and pull off thing. Okay, so bar 10 through 13 should play this. So let's continue with the guitar lesson. Okay, this is bar number 14 through 17. That's 14 to begin. 3rd fret on the 6th string. You play the open 4th, hammer up to the 2nd fret, and then the open 3rd string after. And then, so you repeat it, and then you've got that sequence there, which is 2nd fret on the 3rd, with the pinch on the 6th string, and then the open 3rd string. Okay, so all in all, in essence, you're just repeating this bit twice, and then that pinch and then open. That's the whole of bar 14. Next, so that is 2nd fret here on the 6th string, and that sequence there. Play the 6th string, play the 4th string, hammer up to the 2nd fret, and then you play the 3rd string, open, followed by 4th string again, and then a pinch on 3 and 6, like that. So all in all, next, so it's bringing little, as long as you're using your index finger, this should be easy with your little finger. I say easy, it should be able to make the stretch. So do that slide up again to 5, into 5 on the 4th string, followed by the open 3rd, and then 2nd fret on the 3rd with the pinch on the 6th, and then followed by the 4th fret on the 3rd. So it goes. I'll play that a little bit slower maybe. Okay, hopefully you picked that up. If not, just repeat this part of the video, and it should be like this in total, 14 and 15 together. Next, bar 16. Okay, so it's open 6, 4th fret on the 3rd, pulled off to 2nd. Okay, back up to the 4th fret and pinch with the 6. Okay, next. So you play the 3rd string on the 4th fret, slide it up to 5 and back down to 4. Okay. Next, 2nd fret on the 3rd string with the open 6, and then open 2nd. So it's okay, that's the whole of bar 16 then. So 3rd fret on the 5th string, 5th string, 3rd string open, 5th string again, followed by 1st fret on the 2nd string, play it, pull it off to open, okay, and then the 2nd string open after that. That's bar 17. So 16 and 17 together. And the whole of 14 through 17 so far should play like this. Okay, continuing on, bar 18 through 21 is almost the same. 18 is the same as the first time round. 19 is simpler this time. It's essentially the same as what we've just played the last time. Sorry, the last bar. Okay, you've got the root note here on the 2nd instead. Okay, but instead of doing the, which is quite tricky, this bar 19 you play. So it's like the same pattern through with the right hand. Okay, and then that pinch on 2nd fret of 3rd and 6, up to the 4th fret on 3rd, and then it's easy. Okay, so that's bar 18 and 19 together, should play like this. Okay, and then bar number 20 now. Repeat of bar number 16, I'm not going to go through that again. And then and that is bar number 21, which is a little bit differently, so I'm going to have to teach you that. Okay, we'll start off like there. Okay, so you play the 3rd, you come to the middle finger with the 3rd fret of the 5th string now, and then you pull off from 5 to 2 on the 4th string, so between the little finger and the index finger. Okay, and then you play the 5th string again. Okay, the last part of this bar, you got to come to pretty much a full-on C shape. So you come to the 3rd fret of the 5th with your ring finger this time, index finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string, and the little finger on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. That's the sequence. Do it faster than that, but 1st string, 5th string, 2nd string, pull off to open, 3rd string. Okay, so Sorry, beginning of the bar. That's the whole of the bar together. Okay, bar number 20 and 21 together should play like this. Okay, let's recap bar. I'll just play all, but the whole of the bridge, 14 through 21, should play this. Sorry, I messed up there because I forgot where I wasn't paying attention. But anyway, that illustrated it close enough. It's bar number 22 now. Okay, that's the next 4 bars. So you're in like a G shape here. You've got 3rd fret on the 6th string, 3rd fret on the 2nd string, okay? That's the first sequence. You play 6, and then you play like a finger roll, like 3 strings in succession. You play 4, 3, and 2. Finger rolls denoted by the wavy line on the tabs, if you can see that, just as the first part of bar number 22. And then you play the 2nd string on its own. And then you pull that 2nd string off to open, so you don't pluck it again, you just pull it off to open, and as it hits the open note, you pluck the 6th string with your thumb again. Okay, see that happening? Okay. Next. So you come to the 4th fret here on the 3rd string, you pluck it, you pull off to the 2nd and pull off to the open string of the 3rd. But as you hit the open string, it's never that straightforward, you pluck the 6th string with the right hand then. So it is 2 pull-offs in essence on the 3rd string, but also you pluck, as you hit the open 3rd string, you pluck the 6th string. Okay, so that's the whole of bar 22. That's bar 22, bar 23. So same principle again, this time 2nd fret on the 6th string. Okay. Same thing again, I use my thumb over the top of the 2nd fret, or you could use your index finger. Okay, it is useful using the thumb over the top because you've got this bit of advanced slide and thing in a little bit. So if you can do that thumb over the top, well done. If you can't do it, it's probably because you're using the classical guitar maybe, and the classical guitar got such a wider neck and it's like a flat fretboard, really hard to get your finger over the top because it's just like this, it's like almost impossible. So that might be the reason why you can't do that. Okay, so once we've got that, which is, like I said, exactly the same with the right hand, only difference is 2nd fret on the 6th, but this time, after that pull off, you come to the 4th fret of the 2nd string, sorry, 3rd string this time, and just play that and do a little vibrato. That was here. So after that 4th fret of the 3rd string on its own, you play 6th string on its own again to finish off that bar, the whole bar. Okay, so that's bar 22 and 23 together, play like this. Okay, next. Okay, essentially the same thing as the first time, the first bar, even 22. So this is bar 24 now. Open 6. That's the only difference. Then finger roll. same sequence to begin. And then again, there are 2 pull-offs on the 3rd string and then the bass note with the last open string, if that makes sense. But this time, you play the open 2nd string to finish this bar off, okay? And that is bar 25 because you come to... That's the sequence there. So like I said, you finish off with an open 2nd string at the end of bar 24. So what you do here, you play the next bar, right? You play the 3rd fret on the 5th string, but you hammer on as well on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. You can play it just individually if you want to, but as a hammer on, it just flows a little bit nicer. Okay? So you should be there now, 3rd fret of the 5th, hammered onto the 1st fret of the 2nd. You play the 2nd string twice. Okay, the 2nd time you pull off to open. Okay, just like that. And then you put your finger back on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. You pinch it and then pull off again. Okay, that's how it goes. To finish off the bar, you play the open 4th and 3rd string. So with the very beginning of the bar, okay, that's the whole of bar number 25. So if I back up, play 24 and 25 together, it might be easier to play consecutively. Okay, bar 22 through 25 should play this. Okay, 26 and onwards then. Same again, this time. Sorry. Okay, this is a difficult one. This is bar number 27. So I use my thumb over the top, okay? So there's a slide here from 3 to 5 on the 2nd string, right? And to use the thumb over the top, it means I can use my little finger quite, and I can stretch that, but I'm guessing some people might find that difficult. That's the other way to do it, right? Index finger over the top, 2nd fret, and then use your little finger to slide from 3 to 5 here. Okay? So the sequence, play the 6th string, do that finger roll. So you play the 6th, finger roll, pluck the 2nd, slide up to the 5th. Okay? We're not finished yet. What you do then is you pull off to the open on the 2nd string. If you struggle with that, just play it as an individual note, okay? And at the same time, you pluck the 6th string with your thumb, okay? Okay? Probably is better doing this way. Okay, now you do a pull off from 4 to 2 on the 3rd string. And then play the 6th string after. Okay, so that is bar number 27. So I'm going to recap bar 26 and 27 together. Bar 28 and 29 are a repeat of what we played earlier, 24 and 25. Other than that very last one, so at the end of bar 29, instead of playing the open 3rd and 4th like we finished off previously, what we do, we play the third fret on the second and carrying on to the chorus, okay? So that last note is a straggler, but it belongs to the chorus, but you play it here at the end of bar number 29, if that makes sense. Okay, so ring finger on the third fret of the second string is all you need to know for now. Just pluck out the sound, and then I'll recap first and I'll go into the chorus. Okay, so it's not going to be long. So that is it. That is the whole of the pre-chorus. I'm going to now teach you the chorus, and it plays like this. Okay, that's the chorus the first time round. It's quite easy, really. What you'll notice is that note from the end of bar number 29, I'm going to play that as if it belongs to this sequence, because like I said, it's a straggler. It belongs in this sequence because it's kind of the chorus. But if I play that, it's not actually part of these 4 bars that you're looking at now, but it's supposed to be there. Okay? That's bar number 30, right? So it's third fret on the second, which we've already established. And then a finger roll, third fret here on the 6th string, second fret on the 1st string. Okay, so that's your chord. You play that in its own, then finger roll, 6, 4, 3, 1. Okay. Up to the 3rd fret on the 1st string, play 1 and 2 together. And then play 2 and 3 together. Open second, and then back onto the 3rd fret of the 2nd and play 2 and 3 together again. Like that. Sorry. And that's the whole of bar 30, with that extra straggler note before it. Next. So 2nd fret of the 6th string. Play that on its own. 2nd fret here on the 3rd string. You play strings 3 and 4 together twice. Okay, that's next. It's bar number 32, but you've got that lead into it with the 3rd fret on the 2nd string again. So you've got, let me try and say this again. So into bar number 32, you've got a last note there on end of bar 31, the 3rd fret of the 2nd again, which kind of belongs to this next bit, like it did previously. Anyway, I'm talking too much. Play that note. Next, this time, open 6. You got 2nd fret on the 4th, open 3rd, 2nd fret on the 1st. That's your finger roll at the beginning of bar 32. So you've got that note, the finger roll, up to the single note 1st string on the 3rd fret. And then you pluck the 2nd string and 3rd string together, followed by open 2nd, 3rd fret 2nd. Okay, that is the whole bar 32. To finish off now, 33, yeah. Single notes here, you'd be happy to hear. 3rd fret on the 5th. Pull off 1st to open on the 2nd. 2nd fret on the 3rd. And then 5th string to finish off again. Okay. So the whole of the chorus now, the whole of these 4 bars, including that straggler of a note. Okay. So next, on to bar number 34, which is verse 2, as titled in the tabs, 34 and onwards. So this is the second time we play the verse. And this is where we introduced the thumb slapping technique, which gives you that percussive effect. First verse didn't have that, and also we're adding an extra bass note in here too on each of the bars. So I'll talk you through it because it is a little bit different to the first time. So first time, this time, okay. It starts off essentially the same. Play the 3rd fret on the 6th string, and you slide up to the 5th fret of the 2nd string. But now you bring your thumb into the 6th string, giving that tap, and then you flick the open 4th string or 5th string because they're both the same note. Okay, you just aim for those 2 strings, and you flick them with your index finger. Okay. Next, come down to the 2nd fret on the 5th string and pluck both 6 and 5. Play the 5th again, pull off to open. That was the extra bass note I was on about, by the way, on the 6th string. Okay. After that pull off, what we want is a percussive sounding bass note, alright? So you can slap it like this. So you can just do a full on slap, like a bass, like, you know, the slap percussion bass. You can do that, or the guy I do, not quite like that. I flick with my index finger. So the intention is to make that clacking sound again by hitting the string against the fretboard of the guitar. Oh, that's an interesting noise. It's like a harmonic noise. You know, that wasn't intended. Okay, like that. So you get that clack sound, but you also get the resonance of the string as well. So you need to pull your finger away straight away. Okay, so we're not slapping our thumb this time and flicking a different string. We're slapping our thumb or finger and hitting the same string. So we want it to resound as well as make a percussive sound, which makes it a little bit difficult. Okay, that is bar number 34. 35. Slightly easier. 2nd fret of the 6th, slide up to the 5th fret of the 5th. Again, slap into the 6th string, flick the 5th and or 4th string. Followed by 2nd fret on the 5th and 6th, pluck them both together, pluck the 5th on its own, and then slap on its own. Okay, no bass note this time, just a simple slap to mute. Okay. Okay, make sure you just hit the 6th string here because you want the 5th string to ring out and leave that note sustaining. 34 and 35, then these bars should sound like this. Okay, a little bit of a vibrato in there if you're so inclined. Up to 36, again, open 6th string this time. Same principle again. Exactly the same as bar 34, however, you've got the open 6th string now. With that kind of slap percussion bass note at the end. And then bar 37, 3rd fret on the 6th string, 3rd fret on the 5th. You play 6th and 5. Then you play the slap into the 6th string, you flick the 5th string, pulling off to the 3rd, from the 3rd to the 2nd fret. And then back up to the 3rd fret on both strings, pluck them both together. finish that off with a slap on its own. Okay? So once you've got that, that's the first 4 bars of verse 2. Okay, the next 4 bars, 38 through 41, exactly the same, other than one little bit I'll show you just now. All it is that pull off there. So instead of sustaining the 2nd fret on the 5th string like you did the first time, you just pull that off to open. Followed by the slap and continue. Everything else is exactly the same, so there is that variance between the previous 4 bars and this 4 bars. So I'm going to move on. That is verse 2 sorted, 34 through 41. I'm going to move on now to bar 42 and onwards in bridge 2. Okay, this is where it gets interesting. This is where it picks up for me. It gets really, it gets nice to play this part. I like this part more than any other part. These next 8 bars are just the best. Okay, so we're going to start. So bar 42 is that 3rd fret on the 6th, hammer up to the 2nd fret on the 4th. Like we did earlier, this time we're having the slap in here on the open 3rd. And the next slap comes when you hit the 2nd fret of the 3rd string later on. So that is all familiar. And here, this time when you're playing that note there, instead of playing the bass note like I think you did earlier, you slap down now into the 6th string and play that 2nd fret on the 3rd, and then play the open 3rd after. So with the whole of bar 42, okay. Next, it's a little bit more interesting there. To the 2nd fret on this 6th string, this is bar 43. So, play the 6th string on the 2nd fret, hammer up from 0 to 2nd fret on the 4th string, the slap in the open 3rd, followed by the 4th string again on its own, still on the 2nd fret. Followed by that sequence there, which is open 3rd and 6th string, sorry, then 4th string and then 3rd string again. Okay? Followed by 2nd fret. Let me just work this out. Okay, yeah, you play the open 3rd string twice in a row. That's what I taught you up to. So next, an open 3rd, slap in the 2nd fret on the 3rd, and then pluck the 4th fret on the 3rd. So it's that's it. Okay, hopefully you picked that up. So the whole in all this bar. Okay, maybe if we play it a little bit slower. Okay, just repeat that part of the video if you didn't quite pick that up. I'm sure it's fine though. Let's move on. Oh, sorry, recap 42, 43. Next. that's the next couple of bars. So this is completely different to what we played earlier. Quite different, not completely, but quite different. So that's how it begins. Open 6. You play the 2nd and 3rd string, slide them into the 3rd fret on the 2nd, 4th fret on the 3rd. So you slide it from 2 frets down. Okay, so you slide into that position. Back down 2 frets, so the 1st fret on the 2nd, 2nd fret on the 3rd. You slap and flick those 2 strings. Okay. Back up to the original position, but you play in the open 6 with it, so you're going to the bass note. Okay, once you got that, sorry, it's not a slap at all. So you play the 2nd, 3rd again, but you're hammering up to the 5th fret on both of them, so that's like you're up. You're going up 2 frets with the little finger to the on the 2nd string, 1 fret with the 3rd string. So you hammer on and you pull back off. Okay, back down to the 2nd fret on the 3rd, 1st fret on the 2nd, play and slap them again. So slap the strings and then flick those 2 strings again. Pluck up both the open 2nd, 3rd string. Okay, and that's the end of bar 44. Like that. Moving on, bar 45. That, so it's 3rd fret on the 5th. Pull off from 5 to 2. I believe we did that in a previous lesson. Pull off from 5 to 2 on the 4th string, followed by slap, and then another pluck on the 5th string, 3rd fret. Followed by, you slide from 4 into 7 on the 3rd string, slap down and flick the 4th fret of the 3rd string, and then pluck the 2nd fret on the 3rd. So it's 7, 4, 7, 4, 2 on the 3rd string, but that middle note has a slap with it. Like that. All in all, this bar. So, what we've got so far? Okay, and that's the first 4 bars, that's 42 through 45 of this bridge, covered bar 46 through 49. Next, plays like this. Okay, so it's about to get very interesting, but first, sometimes it's easier for me to play it faster than to demonstrate it slowly. That's why I do that. But that's how bar 46 is played. 3rd fret on the 6th, hammer up from 2nd to 4th on the 3rd string, and then slap and flick the 3rd string again, still on that 4th fret. Then that sequence, 3rd fret on the 6th, 2 plucks on the open 4th string, hammering into the 2nd fret after the 2nd pluck. Okay, and then open 3rd string straight after. Okay, that's the next sequence. You play the second fret on the third. It is the fourth. Back to the original plan. Second fret on the fourth. You flatten your index finger down, bar the third string on the second fret as well. You slap into the strings and flick the third string. And then you play the open third. Okay, and that's the end of the bar. Okay, so that's how that bar goes. Okay, that's 46. Bar 47 is a repeat of 43, so I don't have to go through that with you again, exactly the same. Okay, so 46 and 47 so far. Next. So 48. This position here is the 5th fret on the 4th. Yeah, that's right. 7th fret on the 3rd. 8th fret on the 2nd. Okay, the open 6. But we're doing picking, like going down maybe 3 frets. 1, 2, 3, yeah. And sliding into that position. And then slapping and flicking them 3 strings once you get there. Next. So you got 5th fret on the 4th, 3rd fret, sorry, 4th fret on the 3rd string, 3rd fret on the 2nd, there. What you're doing here is, firstly, you play them all with the open 6, and then you play it again. With that, what you're doing here is you're flattening down your ring finger to bar on the 5th fret, the 3rd and 2nd string. And then obviously you lift off again to have that effect of going back to the original notes. Like that. So quickly plays. It's quite a tricky maneuver this, but if you struggle, just leave out that 5th fret on the 4th string. Just play the hammer on that, like you did earlier in essence. Okay, so that same movement as earlier, with your 2nd fret on the 3rd, 1st fret on the 2nd, and a slap, and open 2nd and 3rd string. So that's that bar. Next is bar number 49. This is where the two-handed tapping comes in, right? So we've got, with them strings ringing, so with them strings ringing, you use your index finger and tap into the 8th fret on the 6th string, giving you that note. You're not looking for a percussive sound, specifically looking for that bass note there. Okay? Two-handed tapping, we're going to go into that a great deal in the next lesson, but for now, I'll give you some tips in the next lesson. So just for now, just try and keep that note clear. And then after that, you hammer into the position here, 1st fret on the 2nd, 2nd fret on the 3rd, and then you slide that up 2 frets. Okay? Next, you slap the strings here to give you a percussion, and then another bass note straight after. Okay? And then, this is the link just before the pre-chorus, so you've got the 1st fret on the 2nd string slapped and flicked, pulled off to open, and then the open third. So obviously you bring your hand back down to the whole area, put a little link, and then into the next part. Excuse me. So if I can get that right. On number 50, pre-chorus 2, this is where it gets interesting. I did say that in the last lesson, but this is where this really gets interesting. I was just lying before. Okay, so this is two-handed tapping, right? If you haven't seen this before, it's tapping and plucking in between as well. So that's why this hand is here, away from this part of the guitar, the whole. So, little tip, what we're doing is we're making notes by just drilling our fingers into the fret, right? We're not plucking, we're just drilling them in, and to get those notes clear, you've got to be as close just behind the fret as possible, as you normally would do, just fretting it normally. And also, you need a lot of acceleration in your finger, right? You need to hit it with some power to get that note to ring out. You can even practice your scales doing this kind of thing. So that's how you get like the crisp notes. So keep that in mind going through this lesson. Like I said, bar 50. So what I do here, okay, I use this position with my right hand, right? Thumb over the top on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. Because we've got pull-offs here with the other fingers, and it's easier to pull off from the 2nd string with the middle finger and the ring finger than it would be if you fretted the 6th string with the middle finger, for instance, and you had to do a pull-off with the ring finger there and the little finger here. It's more difficult to do it that way than it is to have your thumb over the top. That's if you can reach. If you do struggle to get your thumb over the top, the only option you've got is to use another finger for that 6th string here. But good luck trying to do these pull-offs, because it's going to be more difficult for you to do that. But keep that in mind again, and it's another thing to note. So the position, 3rd fret on the 6th string, 3rd fret on the 2nd string, use your middle finger for this. Okay, index finger needs to rest on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. It's not played just yet, but it goes there. Also, the ring finger needs to go on the 4th fret of the 3rd string. So in a minute, we'll be doing this movement with our finger. That's why the index finger needs to be on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. Okay, so that's position. So you play the 6th string up here with this part of the neck. 6th string with the thumb. 2nd string with the middle finger. That's where you drill the index finger into the 7th fret here on the 3rd string. Okay. Along with that, you've got to try and get a percussive sound. So what I do is I use my thumb here as part of this movement, which makes it a lot more tricky. After that, you've got playing the 6, and then what you do with this finger here, you kind of flick it so that you're plucking it, or pluck it, just pluck it. So you pluck that 3rd string with that finger that was tapped into that 7th fret. So you pluck it, so it's just fretted on the 4th essentially now. And then you pull off to open the 3rd fret on the 2nd string, which makes the same note. After that, you pull off from 4th to 2nd on the 3rd string, just to make it a little more tricky. And after that, to finish off, you slap into the 5th fret here on the 4th string. Is that right, the 5th fret yet? As well as doing a tap as well. Wrong one. Wrong note there. Get it right, guys. You can see how difficult it is for me to run through this, so I can imagine trying to learn this kind of technique for the first time, it may be difficult. You might just have to play the other version of the which is like the first time we played this kind of section, pre-chorus. We played it like that because it wasn't 2 hand tapping. Just play that part if you're having trouble with 2 hand tapping. Oh, just get, you know, you're here to learn the difficult bits. Just get stuck in. Okay, once we've got that, it's the timing that I feel you might have issues with. Okay, after you got that, move down from 3rd fret to 2nd fret on the 6th string, right? It starts essentially the same, 6, 2, and then tap into the 7th fret of the 3rd. Followed by the pluck on the 6th, the pluck on the 3rd, which obviously is the 4th thing again, and then you pull off again from 3 to open on the 2nd. Okay, followed by just a slap on its own, no tapping this time. Trying not to make any notes. Okay, so all together so far, bar 1551. Okay, bar 52 now. You lift off the 6th string. Essentially play the same sequence again with these 2 hands, other than, you know, that root note is now different. One other addition, you play the open 2nd string to finish off. So that obviously is a repeat of bar number 50, which we played, but with a different bass now. Like I said, there's that one addition there, the open 2nd string. So once you've played that open 2nd string, moving into bar 53 now, you come to this C shape, right? So you hammer onto that 1st fret of the 2nd string, and you play the 3rd fret of the 5th string. Okay, obviously bringing your hand back to the whole position of your guitar at this point. So you're playing that open 2nd at the end of bar 52. Beginning of bar 53, you play the root note and hammer on to that 2nd string, 1st fret, and then you play the 2nd string again, followed by that. So it's slap down and flick the 1st fret on the 2nd string, pull that off to open, and then you do the same again, but pluck it this time with the root note on the 5th string. Pluck it, pull off to open. Okay? And then slap on its own to finish bar 53, and all together. And the first 4 bars so far should play like this. Next, bar number 54, 57, repeated. One difference is that bar there, number 55. This time, you play the 6, the 2, slap into the, tap into the 7, and then slide up to 9. Followed by them 4 notes there, so it's 6, the pluck, or the pluck of the index finger here, so you're coming off. The pull off from 3-2 up on the second string, and then the additional note here, which is the pull off from 4 to 2 on the third string. Okay, followed by the slap and a son. So that's bar 54, 55. Bar 56 next, I think is again the same. Sorry. Yeah, so 56 and 57 are a repeat of 52 and 53. Okay, the only difference is at the end of that, leading into the chorus the second time you play that third note. This is the straggler that I referred to, and I referred to it as a straggler last time because it kind of belongs to the next 4 bars, but we'll play it here at the end of this bar. 3rd fret on the second string. That's the end of bar 57. So that then leads into the next chorus, which I'll show you in just a second. So for now, I'm just going to play the last 8 bars, 50 through 57, to see. Hopefully you get familiar with it enough by now. I'll just play it through, play the whole 8 bars, just so you got an idea. Okay, I played a couple of bum notes there and that slide didn't come through too well, but never mind, let's press onwards. Okay, that's what we're playing here. So we're playing... so bar 58 now, so from there where we were for 57, you do your strum down here, so it's 3rd fret on the 6, open 4, open 3, open 2, 2nd fret on the 1st. Okay, just strum down with the index finger all the way down, no percussion, anything, just... And then strum up, you get to the 3rd fret on the 1st string. So 3rd fret on the 1st string, open 2nd, open 3rd maybe if you do that strum. Again, just with the index finger on its own, just an upward strum, followed by a slap into the strings on its own. Next, 3rd fret on the 2nd string with the 6th string. Pluck down on the 6 and kind of strum up 2 strings, or you can just play 2 and 6 if you want, but I tend to strum up now because I'm in strumming mode with my index finger, so it's I'm strumming and clipping the thumb, so you can strum up as well if you can manage that. And then open 2nd string. And then back onto the 3rd fret and slap and strum down. 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Slap and strum down 3 and 2, maybe 4, 3 and 2, whatever. You'll notice that my technique when I'm strumming upwards is like a little flick. I didn't really notice it before, but I'm looking at it on camera now. So it's like a flick up and then slap down. Okay, so that is bar number 58. That's bar 59, so we come to the second fret of the 6th, you come to the second fret of the 3rd string, you leave your ring finger where it is on the 3rd fret of the 2nd, okay? So you play 6, and then you strum up 3 and 4 with the index finger, followed by a slap, and then strum up again straight after. Actually it's a pinch, so it's the pinch with the 6, 4 and 3 strummed upwards, like that. So it's followed by a slap in its own. Okay, so let's do these last 2 bars. End of bar 59, that straggler of a note again. Next up we're going to go to bar 60 and 61. Okay, so that's the sequence now. Slightly different to the original chorus. So you play the 3rd fret on the 2nd string to end bar number 59, which kind of belongs to this. This shape here, open 6, you mute the 5th string with the fleshy part of the index finger right at the very top here, which is fretting the 2nd fret of the 4th. Okay, then open 3rd, open 2nd, 2nd fret on the 1st. So you strum down that position, obviously making sure you can mute in that 5th string, because if it's played, it sounds off. If you want to play it, you bar it on the 2nd fret, which I don't do because I'm mute, but just as a matter of, just in case you want to do that. So strum down to the 1st fret, sorry, the 3rd fret on the 1st string. Okay, strum up, sorry, 3rd fret on the 1st string, strum up, like we did before, and then slap. And then pluck upwards, kind of upwards strum if you want, with a pluck on the 6. So 1 and 6 together, but strummed up if you want to do an extra couple of strings. Then add the 3rd fret on the 2nd string, and again pluck 2 strings upwards, the 2nd and the 3rd string. Okay. So then you slap and flick down the 2nd and 3rd string both open, and then you pluck the 2nd string on the 1st fret to finish. And now, bar number 61, come to this position here. So it's a regular C shape, 1st fret on the 2nd string, 2nd fret on the 4th string, 3rd fret on the 5th string. But here you've got a 3rd fret on the 2nd string as well with your little finger. Leave your index finger where it is, because you've got to pull off here on it in just a second. So in this position, you strum down 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay? You play that 1st fret on the 2nd, pull it off to open. And then you come to the 2nd fret on the 3rd string, you slap and flick just that 1 string. And finish off with another pluck on the 5th string. Okay, so it's... play it right. So that is bar 60 and 61. The whole of this chorus then's 58 through 61. number 62 is where we're at. It's this stripped right back version of the verse which we first did in the very first lesson. So that's bar 62, it's exactly the same. This time, okay, you do that there. So you come to this position, 2nd fret on 6th, 5th fret on 5th. You play 6, 5, 4, 5. You pull off the 5th string to open and hammer onto the 2nd fret with that middle finger there. So that's the only difference between the very first time you played this and now when it's stripped back, is that bar 63, the second one. The rest, all the same. So that's bar 62. It's 265 covered. Bar 66 now. It's the same as in the last lesson where we did the two-handed tapping, but there's a slight variation in the picking. So I'm going to go through it. Exactly the same. That first bar, number 66, exactly the same. Bar 67. That is a repeat of like the 4th bar. Sorry, yeah, the 2nd time round. This is repeated basically. It's the same as the 2nd time round when you played it in the last lesson. Because it's got that slide up from 7 to 9. Okay, so first. So we've already seen a little bit of a difference there, but it's not, you know, just play it the first way around if you're struggling, it's no big deal. Next, bar 68. Okay, there's an extra little note in here, okay? It's that little pluck here, just after the slap. So it's slap in, and then you pluck the 2nd string. And it's tricky timing it because you've got to get the bass note in the right place. Sorry. You've got to basically cut this note in half and then play another one straight after and then continue really fast. It's tricky. And then continue. But this time, okay, you got that little extra loads of like pull-offs and hammer-ons and all that kind of nonsense. End of bar 69. Okay, that's where we'd normally end. So we've got, after that pinch, this time we've got two hammer-ons and pull-offs. So it's pull-off, hammer-on, pull-off again. Like that. On the 2nd string. Next, yes, sorry, it's no slap at all. You pull off from 2 to open on the 3rd string, and then slap into the strings and play the 4th string, and hammer up to that 5th fret. You might have to switch your fingers if your little finger isn't stretchy enough. Okay. Fingers if you want to. So that bar is played like that. Bar 66 through 69 plays like this. Okay, bar 70 now, same again to begin. That's how it's played. Okay, so this is a variation. This is a different way to play this specific bar on the 2nd fret here. This time the picking with the right hand is slightly different. So it's, you've got 6, 3, 2, and then pull off to open on the 2, and then slide up, or tap and slide up from 7 to 9 on the 3rd string. Followed by you've got 6, pluck the 3rd, pluck the 2nd, and then pull off on the 3rd string from 4 to 2. Sorry, like that. And all together. And then slap on its own after that. Sorry. Okay, slightly difficult because it kind of sings it a little bit differently in that line there in the original. That's why it's extra tricky. If you're struggling, play it the original way. Nobody's going to notice. Okay, next. That whole sequence, 72, 73, is exactly the same as the first time we played it. The first time we played it, which was in the previous lesson, right? So 74 and onwards. 74, exactly the same as the previous time we played the chorus with that the strumming up and down with the index finger. This time, in bar 75 now, when we come to this 2nd fret of the 6th string position, instead of just going like we did the first time, we've got, okay? So it's, you play the 6th string with the thumb, you slide down from 5 to 4 with a little finger on the 3rd string. Okay? Slap down and flick back up to the 5th fret on the 3rd string. Back down to the 4th fret on the 3rd, and you pluck them both together again. Okay, so after that, you slap and kind of flick, just kind of the open 3rd, open 4th, and then pluck up after that the 2nd string on the 3rd fret. Okay, so far bar 74, 75. Okay, continue. That is bar number 76 now. So this position, as you did before, muting the 5th string, strum down, so it's strum down, up to the 3rd fret and flick up, slap, and then you've got that pluck. Pluck upwards on the 5th fret now of the 1st string with the 6th string. Pinch as usual. And then the open 1st string on its own. And then slap down and flick the 3rd fret on the 1st string on its own. to the next bar 77. So from here to the bar 77, like I said, 3rd fret on the 5th string, you play 5, you play 1 on the 3rd fret, you pull off to the 2nd fret, to the 1st fret, okay, and then you slap down and flick the 1st string on the 2nd fret and pull that off to open. After that, so let's just recap 74 through 77 before carrying on. Next. Which is essentially the last 4 bars I'm going to teach you, because after that it's just the intro again, essentially. So 78 through 81 now. Okay, this is difficult because you've got a slide from 3 to 5 on the 2nd string. You can do it like that, I guess. I use my thumb over the top. It makes it slightly more difficult, I think. Because my thumb stays and pivots like the hand around the slide. So we do, you strum down 6th string, the 5th string is muted, open 4, open 3, and then 2 slides up. Back to the 3rd fret of the 2nd string and strum up, pluck up, play 2 strings. Followed by a slap. And then you've got that. You pinch the 3rd string on the 2nd fret on the 6th string, hammer up to that 4th fret on the 3rd string. So, then play the 3rd string back on the 2nd fret afterwards. And then you slap down, play the open 3rd and 4th string together, hammer up to the 2nd fret on the 3rd. Like that. That concludes bar number 79, by the way. So now move down 1 fret with the 6th string onto bar 79. So this is kind of a repeat of the first time you played this. Is 6th string on its own. You pluck up 3 and 4 together, slap, and then 6, 3 and 4 all together at once. And then 3rd fret of the 2nd string to finish bar 79. I'm just going to recap though. Okay, that's bar 80 and 81. We kind of done this before, but it was different. So strum down in that position. Strum up in the 3rd fret of the 1st string. 3rd fret now of the 2nd string. You pluck upwards the 2 strings, 2nd and 3rd, as well as pluck downwards with the 6th. Open 2nd, back up to the 3rd fret on the 2nd, and slap and strum down 2 and 3. Okay, so that is bar 80. Next, bar 81, 3rd fret on the 5th string. No percussion now, it's all gone. You're playing 5, You play the pull off from 1 to 0 on the 2nd string, 2nd fret on the 3rd, followed by 5 to finish that off. Okay. So bar 78 through 81 should play. Sorry, it's. Sorry. And if I back up the whole of the chorus, 74 and onwards, should be like this. Okay, only a couple of mistakes in that, but don't worry about it too much. That's how it should sound anyway, there or thereabouts. And then end of bar 81, 82, 83, 84, and 85 are a repeat of the very intro, which is... which we covered in lesson number 1 right at the very beginning. So refresh yourselves with that video if you're unfamiliar. And that is the whole of the interpretation, the whole 85 bars worth, pretty much note for note. I hope you've enjoyed this series of lessons. It takes a hell of a lot of effort on our part on this side, a lot of editing, a lot of preparation, formulating the interpretation in the first place, writing the tabs, editing the videos, uploading, programming. It takes a lot of effort, so we do really appreciate everyone who does contribute by clicking the thumbs up button, leaving a nice comment for us, heading over to Patreon and making a donation if you, or subscribe for a monthly donation if you can afford that. It really does help us out, and it keeps us going, keeps us motivated, and a big thank you to everyone who is a patron, especially because you guys are awesome. You keep us doing what we do. We wouldn't be able to do it without you, so thanks very much. And on that note, thanks for watching. Any requests, as always, leave them down in the comments section of any of the videos, because we do read most of the, if not all of the comments on suggestions and requests and everything. So leave them down there. I'm sure we'll pick it up, and the best, if you're lucky, you might get your song into an interpretation or a guitar lesson or whatever. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again in the next one. So then, bye for now.